Perfect. So, hello again. My name is Sonja Hribar, and I'm joining you today from Kočevje, Slovenia. I work as an adult education organizer and project manager at Kočevje Business Incubator, where I coordinate European and national projects and support local communities through education and develop initiatives that connect learning, entrepreneurship, and sustainable development. Today, I'm also honored to welcome a very special guest, Mr. Andrej Mladenovic, Deputy Mayor of the Municipality of Kočevje. So, Andrej, welcome. Andrej has long been an advocate of innovation and entrepreneurship in our region. Earlier in his career, he was actively involved in the Kočevje Business Incubator and helped establish the network that later grew into what we now call Startup Village Kočevje. You will also have a chance to ask him questions at the end of our session. So before diving into our main topic, I would like you to have a sense of the place we are talking about. This is the town Kočevje. So welcome to Kočevje, a place where nature, tradition, and determination come together in a way that few regions can match. Our municipality covers 555 square kilometers, making it the largest in Slovenia, yet only about 16,000 residents live across 86 small settlements. The size of the municipality also presents challenges. Maintaining a demanding infrastructure network due to dispersed settlement patterns and its inherited distance from the capital Ljubljana, which is reflected in the immigration of young people and the greater effort required to attract new investments. Around 86% of our territory is forest. Excuse me. Among the highest proportions in Europe. These aren't just any forests, they're among the most pristine in Europe, and the area is one of the most ecologically preserved regions in Central Europe, home to bears, wolves, lynx, and a rich biodiversity that has been carefully preserved for centuries. Among these forests lies the Krokar Primeval Forest, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, where nature has been evolving undisturbed for thousands of years. We call Kočevje wild but nice because it combines raw natural beauty with human determination and resilience. The setting is not just a backdrop, it shapes the way people live and work here, and it is the reason why local food systems, entrepreneurship, and community cooperation are central to our regional development. This is the foundation on which Startup Village Kočevje was built. To give you a deeper sense of the place we are talking about, let me now present a short film, Kočevje, Wild but Nice. It is a visual journey through our forests, waters, and community, offering a chance to experience Kočevje in a way that words alone cannot express. So, enjoy. Not working. Okay, I'll try with the link again. Sorry. Share again. Something's not working. Can you hear the sound?
Yeah, perfectly.
Okay, perfect. Sorry. To return back to my slides. So Kočevsko is a land of contrasts, deep natural beauty paired with a rich, complex history. For almost 600 years, it was home to the Gotcher Germans, a community that left a lasting cultural imprint before their resettlement during the Second World War. Kočevje has also played a pivotal role in Slovenia's modern history, serving as a gathering place for important political events and as a center of strategic planning during the country's struggle for independence. Despite its low population density, just 28 people per square kilometer, the spirit of Kočevje is anything but small. It is a community that embraces innovation while remaining deeply rooted in tradition. In 2018, it was recognized with the Golden Stone Award as Slovenia's most progressive municipality, thanks to visionary leadership and a strong commitment to sustainable development. So now let's explore Startup Village Kočevje and its regional collaboration. Startup Village Kočevje is more than just a physical location, it is a living ecosystem. And like any ecosystem, it thrives because of the diverse roles its partners play. It all began in response to the needs of the local community. Farmers were looking for a place to meet, connect, and exchange experiences, but they didn't have a suitable space to offer their products to customers. The idea behind Startup Village Kočevje was simple but ambitious: to connect farmers, entrepreneurs, educators, and local communities into a functioning ecosystem that supports both economic and social sustainability. At the heart of this ecosystem is the first key partner I want to highlight, Kočevje Business Incubator. This is where entrepreneurs come to get mentorship, business advice, and access to essential production facilities and working space. It's the place where ideas first transform into tangible, market-ready products. Established to nurture entrepreneurship in our region, it has become much more than a place where businesses rent office space. It is a platform for innovation, mentoring, and community building. The incubator provides co-working areas, training programs, and one-on-one support for new entrepreneurs. But perhaps more importantly, it served as a connector, bringing together startups, local farmers, small producers, educators, and the municipality. This role of a connector is vital in a rural area like ours, where individual businesses are often small and resources are limited. By pooling knowledge and infrastructure, the incubator helps transform local ideas into sustainable business models. Many of the initiatives that we now recognize as part of the Startup Village Kočevje, such as the cooperative Treasures of Kočevje, the revitalized Kočevje Market, creative projects like the Reuse and Creative Shop, first received support, visibility, or guidance through the incubator. In this sense, the incubator has acted as a launchpad, giving entrepreneurs the confidence and tools to grow, while ensuring that their projects stay rooted in the values of our community. Today, the Kočevje Business Incubator continues to attract new talent, offering both young people and experienced professionals a place where they can experiment, collaborate, build businesses that not only generate income, but also contribute to the resilience and sustainability of the entire region. In addition, young entrepreneurs in the area have the opportunity to participate in the Zlata Šapa or Golden Po competition organized by the Business Incubator Kočevje. It has been held annually since 2019. Participation in this competition allows them to test their business ideas, receive expert feedback, and gain exposure to potential investors and partners. Beyond the practical benefits, Zlata Šapa helps young innovators build confidence, refine their entrepreneurial skills, and connect with a supportive network of peers and mentors, reinforcing the culture of collaboration and innovation that is central to the Startup Village Kočevje ecosystem. For many contestants, Golden Po competition has been a springboard, their first serious presentation of an idea in front of a professional jury and an audience, the first encounter with real feedback, and often the first acknowledgement that their idea is worth pursuing. The competition boosts confidence, fosters creativity, and proves that with the right knowledge, support, and dedication, even the smallest idea can grow into a great success story. Beyond symbolic prizes such as recognitions and medals, the competition often provides practical support as well, financial backing to help develop ideas, access to mentoring programs, workspace in the business incubator, and opportunities to connect with investors. For participants, this means they can turn their ideas into reality, gaining their first clients or partners along the way. In the following, I would like to briefly introduce you the key partners that make up the Startup Village Kočevje ecosystem. One of the most important among them is the cooperative Zakladi Kočevske, or Treasures of Kočevje. It was established in 2015 as a cooperative with the support of local producers and the municipality of Kočevje, which provided crucial financial support. The cooperative was created out of a shared vision to give small farmers, beekeepers, foresters, and artisans in the Kočevje region a joint platform where they could market their products more effectively and reach consumers directly. The cooperative was founded by 12 local members, each bringing their own specialties, from dairy products and honey to herb, juices, and traditional baked goods. With additional support from the Kočevje Business Incubator and the municipality, the cooperative grew into a central hub for promoting local identity, healthy food production, and sustainable entrepreneurship. Today, Zakladi Kočevske offers more than 170 locally produced items sourced from over 30 regional suppliers. The cooperative runs its own shop in the center of Kočevje, opened in 2019, and also manages the renovated Kočevje market. Beyond sales, Zakladi Kočevske has become a symbol of community resilience. It not only supports farmers with shared processing and marketing opportunities, but also educates consumers about the importance of local food systems. By creating value-added products such as herbal teas, natural cosmetics, and culinary herbs, the cooperative demonstrates how tradition and innovation can work hand in hand to strengthen the local economy and preserve the cultural and natural heritage of Kočevje. Next, I would like to briefly introduce another one of our key partners, the farmers market, or Tržnica Kočevje, as we often call it, the market of good stories. It's more than a place to sell products, it's where producers meet their customers, build trust, and strengthen the bond between the community and local food. Its mission is to ensure high-quality products from both the local community and from other regions of Slovenia. The history of the market goes back to the 1960s, when the building was first constructed as a milk distribution center and later transformed into a covered market. Over the years, it also served as an exhibition space known to locals as the Likovni Salon, or exhibition hall. After standing unused for nearly a decade, the building was completely renovated and technically upgraded, reopening in 2014. Today, Kočevje market has become a vibrant meeting point for producers and residents alike. Operating year-round, it combines indoor and outdoor spaces, open every Wednesday and Saturday morning. With 11 stands and an average of 14 vendors, the market offers not just fresh produce, but also a sense of community, trust in local food systems. Vendors come mainly from the Kočevje area, but also from across Slovenia, offering everything from fresh fruits and vegetables to artisanal products. Importantly, the market was established with the idea of both revitalizing the town center and creating a fair selling space for small producers. Today, many residents cannot imagine Wednesdays or Saturdays without their local market. Anyone who meets the necessary administrative requirements can sell at the market, whether registered farmers, legal entities, or producers of processed foods and crafts. Another partner in the Startup Village Kočevje ecosystem is the tree nursery, Drevesnica as we called it. Its history dates back to the 19th century. Then, in 1947, it was taken over by the Kočevje Forest Management. Initially, the nursery focused on cultivating seedlings from native species and later also planted other varieties of fruit trees and conifers. In 2015, the cooperative Treasures of Kočevje took over 6 hectares of municipal land in the area of the tree nursery. The area was heavily overgrown, littered, and covered with conifers, and included a damaged old orchard of traditional Kočevje apple varieties. The cooperative revitalized the orchard, cleared the land, removed unnecessary trees, and restored the soil for cultivation. A clear plan was developed with the goal of turning this land into a productive space that would also encourage local producers to expand their activities. Over time, the tree nursery has become a well-organized site for the cultivation of fruit, vegetables, and herbs. In 2018, several producers obtained organic certification, and together with the local Beekeepers Association, a learning apiary was established within the nursery. Individual cooperative members then manage different sections of the land. One oversees the orchard, the other cultivates herb, tinctures, and essential oils in a beautiful herb garden. The other one expanded her vegetable production, and also another one, a young entrepreneur we presented in our August webinar, she planted garlic on nearly 1 hectare of this land. Today, the tree nursery is fully utilized, serving both as a productive green space in the city center and as an educational platform for schools and kindergartens. It exemplifies how local resources, community initiative, and sustainable practices can come together to support small producers, foster learning, and enhance the natural and cultural richness of Kočevje. We must not overlook the importance of urban gardening that has become a growing trend worldwide, and Kočevje is no exception. Recognizing the strong interest of local residents, the municipality of Kočevje allocated dedicated land, a town area, Marov, for the creation of community gardens. The area was fully prepared, plowed, harrowed, and divided into plots, and soil samples were analyzed by the Agricultural Institute of Slovenia to provide expert guidance for proper cultivation. The response from the community was immediate. On the very first day, 15 plots were rented out, with only 13 still available out of the initial 28. This initiative was made possible through the joint effort of the municipality and the cooperative treasures of Kočevje, who share a vision of promoting local self-sufficiency, healthy food production, and respect for both the physical and social environment. Around 400 meters of fencing were installed with the help of local students, while the municipality ensured access to running water and built a shared wooden house for tool storage and community gatherings. A gardeners' association soon emerged, giving life to a new community space where residents not only cultivate vegetables, but also strengthen social ties. The Urban Garden Project is a clear example of how cross-sectoral collaboration can transform shared visions into sustainable and community-driven initiatives here in Kočevje. I would also like to introduce to you the Reuse and Creative Shop, Podstrešnica, another innovative partner in the Startup Village Kočevje network. The Reuse Center first opened its doors in 2014 in the center of Kočevje. In collaboration with the municipality and Komunala Kočevje, its mission was twofold: to create green jobs for people facing employment challenges and to give unwanted or damaged items a new life, making them available at symbolic prices to new owners. Over the course of 6 years, the center became a local hub for repair, reuse, creativity, and also gaining popularity and recognition among residents. When the original owners decided it was time for a new vision, the cooperatives, Treasures of Kočevje, embraced the challenge. Together with the Kočevje Business Incubator, they developed an innovative business model that brings together creative and talented individuals under one roof, offering a new sales channel and a platform for sustainable practices. The shop now features a wide range of restored and upcycled items with high added value and design appeal. A mobile and online application is being developed to complement the physical store, along with numerous other activities to engage the community. The name, Podstrešnica, or the Treasure Attic, was chosen through a public competition, reflecting multiple layers of the meaning: a cozy attic room, a space for hidden treasures, and metaphorically, a place of discovery everyone should have in their life. The renovated shop officially reopened in 2021, inviting residents to bring items for reuse, discover unique products for home or personal use, and contribute to waste reduction and resource sustainability. Through the Treasure Attic shop, Startup Village Kočevje demonstrates how innovation, sustainability, and community spirit can merge, offering both economic and social value while promoting circular practices in the heart of our town. Two other notable initiatives that form part of the Startup Village Kočevje ecosystem are the Kočevje Wood Festival and the Prastol, or the Primeval Throne competition. The Wood Festival celebrates the rich forestry heritage of the region, showcasing traditional woodworking skills, sustainable forest management, and innovative uses of local timber. It brings together craftsmen, entrepreneurs, and the community to share knowledge, promote creativity, and highlight the economic potential of the forest sector. The Primeval Throne competition complements this by encouraging local talent, designers, and artisans to create unique, functional, and aesthetically appealing wooden products. It serves as a platform for innovation, allowing international participants to experiment with new ideas while preserving traditional techniques. Both initiatives reinforce the cross-sectoral collaboration that is central to Startup Village Kočevje, linking local resources, craftsmanship, education, and community engagement into a vibrant and sustainable ecosystem. Together, all these key partners and initiatives form the backbone of what we call the Startup Village Kočevje model. So let's now move on to the project goals and what we aim to achieve. The goals of Startup Village Kočevje are clear and interconnected. First, we want to promote healthy local food production. By emphasizing freshness, quality, sustainability, we're helping local producers bring their products to a wider audience. Second, we provide access to shared processing facilities. These spaces are fully compliant with food safety standards, so small-scale producers can transform their ingredients into packaged, market-ready products without the heavy investments of building their own facilities. Third, the initiative supports rural green entrepreneurship. This goes beyond food. It's about nurturing environmentally conscious business ideas that create jobs, protect biodiversity, and add value to local resources. The impact can be measured in numbers. The cooperative shop sells 170 products from 30 suppliers. The Kočevje market hosts 11 to 14 vendors every week, and the cooperative has expanded into culinary herbs, teas, natural cosmetics, jams, food for dogs, natural coal, and so on. But just as important is the social impact. Stronger community ties, increased consumer awareness, and new opportunities for young people who might otherwise leave the region. To show you also how cross-sectoral partnership drives collaboration in Startup Village Kočevje. So what makes Startup Village Kočevje truly special is its cross-sectoral approach. Farmers, educators, entrepreneurs, and community members all work together. Farmers bring raw materials and traditional know-how. Educators help with training and skills development. Entrepreneurs contribute innovation, marketing strategies, and creative ideas. And the local community provides insight into what's needed, what resonates, and what carries the cultural heritage of Kočevje forward. In this ecosystem, the role of educators is especially important. They not only provide basic and vocational education, but also help to upskill the local workforce so that it can meet the demands of a rapidly changing economy. A good example of this is the Kočevje Secondary School and High School, which 3 years ago introduced a new vocational program in computer science. The demand for this program arose directly from the presence of advanced companies in the area, such as the Yaskava Robotics Factory, which produces industrial robots, and company Intersox, which established its first robotized warehouse. Both companies required a new generation of skilled workers familiar with digital tools, programming, and robotics. Through such collaboration, schools and training institutions ensure that young people are prepared for future jobs, while companies benefit from a local talent pipeline that reduces the need to recruit from outside the region. This connection between education and industry is a clear example of how Startup Village Kočevje fosters partnerships across different sectors. By connecting these perspectives, we create an ecosystem where no one is isolated. Collaboration becomes a tool to overcome challenges, foster innovation, and build a sustainable future for the entire community. In its efforts to attract new investors, the municipality of Kočevje has produced a promotional film that highlights the regional's natural assets, entrepreneurial spirit, and sustainable development opportunities. I would now like to invite you to watch this short promotional film, which offers a first-hand impression of Kočevje's unique potential and investment opportunities. Hope it works.
Imagine a place where resilience defines its people. Welcome to Kočevje, a story 600 years in the making. Nestled at the heart of Europe, Kočevje connects you to major ports, airports and global markets, offering unrestricted access to European markets. Slovenia supports your investment journey with tailored incentives, tax allowances, grants and subsidies, while our local administration provides a one-stop shop for investors. Our efficient administration ensures smooth operations, empowering your business. Kočevje has prepared industrial land ready for future development. Energy here is sustainable and the price is predictable, with biomass heating and solar power developments. As we expand our industrial capacity, we are also preparing space for life. New housing developments are designed for young families and skilled workers who will power our growing economy. Our schools and businesses work hand in hand to develop a workforce equipped for today's and tomorrow's industries. Kočevje is a city where life thrives amidst vast forests, pristine waters and modern infrastructure. It is an invitation to dream bigger, live better and achieve more. The question isn't why Kočevje, it's why wait.
Okay, so to continue, let's highlight the key components that make Startup Village Kočevje unique. The processing center is one of the highlights where products such as juices, herbal teas and dairy items can be developed and packaged to professional standards. It's a place where raw ingredients turn into finished products. Here, jams, teas, fermented foods and more are are prepared safely and efficiently, meeting all regulatory standards. Another highlights are the herb gardens, urban gardens and tree nurseries, which not only produce plants but also serve as spaces of education. The herb gardens supply local herbs for culinary, medicinal and artisanal uses. They're not just productive, they're educational, showing how biodiversity translates into marketable goods. Drevesnica Kočevje, or our tree nursery, contributes to environmental sustainability. Saplings grown here support reforestation, green spaces, and local educational programs, proving that environmental stewardship and entrepreneurship can go hand in hand. Urban gardens in Kočevje provide residents with dedicated plots for growing their own food, fostering self-sufficiency and a healthier lifestyle. Established with the support of the municipality of Kočevje and cooperative treasures of Kočevje, they offer affordable rental plots, shared facilities, and a vibrant community spirit. The initiative not only promotes sustainable food production, but also strengthens social ties and encourages responsible use of local resources. And of course, Treasures of Kočevje, our cooperative shop, it's a showcase for everything our producers create. Customers here don't just buy a product, they experience the story behind it, from farm or garden to finished good. It's a space where local heritage and entrepreneurship meet. Let me give you a small example. One of our local producers started with a simple line of herbal teas. With support from the processing center and cooperative marketing, her teas are now sold not just in Kočevje but in other Slovenian towns as well. This may sound small, but for a rural region, it represents a shift from isolation to connection, from raw production to value-added business, and from dependence on external markets to building our own local economy. So to offer a glimpse into our local network, please join me in watching this short film highlighting the key partners and the collaborative projects that drive innovation in Kočevje. Hope this time also works. Okay.
Dober dan. Kaj imate pri vas kefinga, pa zeliščnega mogoče?
Seveda, imamo, prav za vas.
lastno. Super, hvala.
Sorry. So when we think about Startup Village Kočevje, we shouldn't just see buildings or facilities. We see a living, breathing ecosystem, one that supports people, ideas, and their products. Here, entrepreneurs can grow, innovate, and reach wider markets, while the community benefits from sustainable local products and vibrant collaboration. So now let's take a closer look at some of the challenges, lessons, and growth opportunities that have shaped the development of Startup Village Kočevje and its project. Understanding these realities gives us a clear picture of what it takes to turn rural entrepreneurship into a lasting success. Even in such a vibrant ecosystem, there are constraints that every project encounters. For Startup Village Kočevje, a few key challenges have emerged. So first, the facilitator shortages. Skilled mentors and trainers are critical for guiding new entrepreneurs. At times, finding enough qualified facilitators to meet demand has been difficult, highlighting the need for regional capacity building. Then, weather-related timing. Because many of the initiatives rely on outdoor cultivation, seasonal changes and unpredictable weather directly affect production cycles. Delays in harvesting or planting can triple through the production and training schedules. Then, rising raw material costs. Like many agricultural projects worldwide, local producers face fluctuating prices for inputs from herbs and plants to packaging materials, which impact profitability and planning. And last, short project duration. Some initiatives operate under tight timelines, requiring careful coordination to achieve meaningful outcomes within limited period. Despite these challenges, valuable lessons have emerged, lessons that guide not only Startup Village Kočevje, but also the entrepreneurs it supports. From these constraints, we learned three main lessons. Networking is key. Without strong relationships, projects fail once funding ends. Success in rural entrepreneurship often comes from connecting with others, fellow producers, mentors, suppliers, and regional stakeholders. Building these networks creates opportunities and resilience. Then time management matters. Agricultural cycles cannot be rushed, so planning has to be long-term. Balancing cultivation cycles, processing schedules, and market deadlines requires careful planning and adaptability. Learning to manage time effectively has been a central theme. And also important is that regional stakeholder analysis is essential. You must know who is in the community, what their needs are, and how long to align them with opportunities. Understanding the motivation, capacities, and needs of local actors, from farmers to educators to municipal authorities, enables smarter collaboration and resource allocation. One of the exciting outcomes of these lessons is the strategic growth of the cooperative. Products are no longer limited to a single category, and we are also running educational campaigns to help consumers understand why buying local matters, not only for taste and health, but for resilience, climate goals, and community well-being. Then finally, fostering a supportive environment isn't only about facilities and products, it's about community engagement. So educational campaigns like workshops, tasting events, and guided tours help the community understand the value of local products and the effort behind them. And awareness initiatives that highlight sustainability, local biodiversity, and the health benefits of fresh regional food. Through these campaigns, the community becomes a partner in the project, not just a consumer. Engaging the public in meaningful ways creates both social impact and stronger market foundations for rural enterprises. So in summary, every challenge from weather and cost to staffing limitations has offered a lesson. By learning to navigate constraints, foster collaboration, diversify products, and engage the community, Startup Village Kočevje continues to grow stronger and more resilient. So at this point, I would like to hand over to Deputy Mayor Andrej Mladenovic, who will present the Smart City Strategy of Kočevje. Kočevje is investing heavily in solar power plants and renewable energy. The strategy integrates sustainable energy and digital innovation, showing how even a rural forested region can become part of Europe's green transition. The vision is not only to support local businesses with cheaper, cleaner energy, but also to connect Kočevje's economy with wider European sustainability goals. By doing this, we strengthen our role in the EU's green and EU's green and digital transformation, and at the same time, we build resilience for our own people. So, Andrei, please, I'll start sharing. So,
Hello. Let me just start sharing. Okay, I hope you see my presentation. So as Sonia said, and it was lovely to introduction what happened in Kočevje from the past. And my introduction and my presentation will be mostly what the future will bring and what we think is the smart city and how we envision Kočevje in the next, let's say, 10 years. So why do we want to bring smart city and digitalization to Kočevje? First is improved public services. We already have digitalized our public services to the point no one can apply to our tenders or have information for the municipality through traditional paper forms, but only by our digital forms. We want to create also not only because as a society we are changing and we are becoming more digital, so we want to bring that community aspect with, let's say, our municipality has to become more not building digital community, but helping with digital tools to bring community forward thinking and become more identified with the local identity we want to bring. The second, the largest, and is optimized our resources, because we see smart city as using the local resources we have and building the activities we are good at and avoiding the things we don't have the local resources or we are not very good at. So as I said, what we already done is modernizing municipal services. So everything is digital. All the applications are digital. Communication channels. So for each individual in our municipality, every critic, every compliment is and all the improvements they think we should do in municipality. For example, if they think there is a road section that is really bad, they just photograph it and send us via our website. So that optimization, that we know the problem, because our municipality is the largest one in Slovenia. So we have a large municipality, as Sonia already mentioned, and we don't know for each inch of the road how bad is it. So we are engaging community to help us with that, and for that we are using digital channels. And of course, operational efficiency as every municipality in the world, not just Slovenia or ours, we have a limited budget. So we have to, our idea and mentality is that for each euro we get from the national treasury, that at least we can create 2 or 3 euros from that euro. So everything is efficient and optimized. At least we are trying to do that. So when we had a lot of let's say smart project in the past. Some of them were really successful. Others were, let's say, something in between, and some of them, to be honest, was really bad and disastrous. So, but we learned a lot from them. And one lesson we learned in the hard way was that you have to be flexible. So for each, for example, to simplify things, we were installing data sensors for, let's say, quality of air, but what we found out that only the data is not enough. So what we find out that the sensors were telling us we have in the area in the municipality, for example, bad air. And that was it. We didn't have reaction. We have a flexible smart system to operate and find a solution. So what we are building next is based on that, that for every action we get, we have to have a solution, reaction to solve the problem. What the lesson was also learned that if you're thinking about have smart strategy and digital strategy for the municipality, you have to think about what the future will bring. So if something we are installing now, we have to think what the future will be in 5 or 10 years, because what we found out that when we installed some digital solution, it was already outdated, because you know, as we are not a private company, when you have for example, idea now and install it tomorrow, and you have to go all the channels from the municipality, and sometimes it takes 1 or 2 years to implement that digital solution. And like I said, in 2 years time, the solution is already outdated and old. So we have to think ahead, what will the future bring, and our strategy became, and what I will represent is what we will have in what we plan in the next 10 years. And of course, you have to be sustainable. So really smart thinking was that every action we have, every digital solution we have to use our local resources, because there is no point in bringing other resources to our local environment, not only just by products, but also with services, because we think that we have to take care of our municipality by ourselves, and we should know what is best for our local community, and not but yeah, of course we learn from others, that we will be stupid not to. So and another really important lesson what we learned in that every digital solution we are implementing in municipality is not enough just for implementing it. So let's say we are bringing a digital platform for I know forms in municipality, but when we implemented that solution, no one was using it, because people really, not to be harsh, but don't care about the benefits. So what we had to do is knocking on the doors, begging people to use it, showing them how to use it, and that aftermath and let's say after sales service is even more important than just implementing the solution by itself. So we have to educate people, we have to create learning centers for people how to use it, why it will something benefit them, and really there is a lot of work and a lot of let's say money goes to that after sales, because no one will use something just because it's there. So yeah, that was really something we learned. So what we want to bring to the future of Kočevje, the first is we have two main important actions. So one is building a hardware, and the second one is a software. The first we tried to build was from the software point, but the problem was that our hardware was not optimized, and it was not strong enough, not fast enough, not technologically advanced enough to bring all the ideas. So the next step is, and we are working on that already, to bring local servers, local infrastructure. So we will build all the service for all the local entities, all the local companies which are owned by municipality, not private, will be on one server, on one digital platform. So not only for the reliability and the faster, but also for the security reasons, because we are living in the space when we are attacked from all kind of sources, digitally attacked. So that's important to have everything in place. Also, we are like everyone else. I think we were using existing AI, so artificial intelligence like ChatGPT, Grok, and that. But what we found out that we have to, if you want to have AI that is complementary to our needs and creating out that we have to develop our all artificial intelligence that will be run on the local services for, and it will be customized to only to our needs. So we're developing our own artificial intelligence that is learning only for our own needs and not for everyone else. And I think that's the future will be that each of us we are building in based on the languages that exist, but we are customizing for our needs, for our tourism and so on. Benefit is, like I said, the privacy protection is our number one concern, because we have hackers attacks in the past, and didn't end really good. So security measures are really important for us, and based on the security, the building the trust of the people, because data we are gathering, in this environment, because data is gathered all over the place, and social media is gathering the data about people, and there is you have to build the trust, because for the people that you will use the data only for the developing on the services, helping for people, and not abusing that data in any way possible. Yeah, so let's go for the concrete project. We had Toyota Go project, which was a pilot project in Slovenia in cooperative with Toyota, the company. We had public service transportation, but that was one of the projects that not ended badly, but ended because lack of resources. But what we found out that it's really important with the digital solutions and services, public services, that you have a great user experience. And most of the time, public services are based on the needs of the public servant, and not based on the needs of the people and the users that are using that service. So we are not acting like private company, which the private company wants to sell their services to many users as they can, and we had to change the idea. So the upgraded version of the Toyota, and we are hoping that we will continue with Toyota, is having electrical public transportation, because like Sonia said, we are building solar plants, and the electricity will be almost self-sufficient with electrical power. So yeah, the idea is, but to build and upgrade the services to have great user experience, that people will use the public transportations, as in rural area, especially in Slovenia, the public transportation is really bad, or even in some areas non-existent. So people are depending on driving their cars a lot, and using of the bikes and other alternative means is almost out of the question in Slovenia, and not many people are using it. So yeah, that is one of our key our missions in the next few years, to build workable public transportations, which is based on electric vehicles, buses, and so on. Like Sonia said, and like in the video said, we were building our district heating system for the last 15 years. Why? Because the heating system was a lot more expensive than for the gas or the oil. But 15 years ago, we have decided that we will use our wooden waste, that is waste from the industry. That I know, if you cut wood for building a furniture, there is a waste, and we'll use that waste for our district heating system. But what we found, especially in this new age, let's say from COVID to wars in Europe and all over the world, that what we have a reliable energy supply, so we will have always heating system for our people. That's important. The system will be more and more efficient, and okay, yeah, of course, it's also green and environment friendly because we are using the waste. And what's also important, not for only the people, but also the companies in Kočevje, is that we are controlling the price. So when 2 years ago, the prices went really high for the gas and oil, our prices stayed the same. And that predictability, what we want in our local community is really important for the business in Kočevje. We also, I think 3 or 4 years ago, we started with developing solar power plants as renewable energies, because windmills and all of that, Kočevje is not the right place for that. So the solar panel was an optional solution in our municipality. So we are building as municipality on basically on our municipal roofs. And as private investment fund, public and private investments together, we are building, I think, the largest power solar plant in Slovenia as of now, with large battery capacity. So as I said, we are hoping to become energy sufficient city, and that's also not only the heating price will be controlled by the municipality and predictable, but also the energy price, which now we find it is really, really important. And the second, as Sonia talked a lot about food security and food self-sufficiency. This was the plan from 2015 when cooperative was created, that we want to, because Kočevje was in 90s, so almost 30 years ago, was self-sufficient, based on food, and we lost that. Now we are in 50 to 60% self-sufficient in Kočevje, and we want to bring that not only to becoming self-sufficient, but also exporting food. What we found out that we were not competitive in the market, so we had an idea almost 2 years ago to bring automated and smart management greenhouses. So because we also have Yaskava robots company in Kočevje, developing robotics in this part of Europe, and this was the only way to avoid bad weather, to avoid lack of workforce, and to avoid and to become competitive not only just in Europe but in the worldwide. So for the last 2 years, we're talking with the Ministry of Agriculture, and now the famous budget for defense, yeah, because food security is one of the priorities also for the budget of defense. So the greenhouses, we're talking that will become the pilot project in Kočevje, and then move to the rest of the country if it will work. So that's our next move, to build automated, robotized, smart greenhouses. We have a lot of ideas what to do with that. One of the waste we will be needing from the greenhouses will also be hydrogen. So we'll see where that goes. What we will in the next few years also installed is the air and water quality sensors. So we really pride ourselves as we have one of the greatest water qualities in not only Slovenia but Europe. Our waters that run like Kolpala River can also be as quality as drinking water in the bottle you buy in the store. So the highest qualities. We want to have proactive pollution responses. We are green, and also we are trying to be the greenest tourist destination in Slovenia. So this is really important, everything we do it with the mindset we don't harm the nature as more as we do it now. And of course, we want to have sustainable urban management because the quality of life of our people is really important. It's not just a selling point we are giving, but we want to have the municipality with the highest quality life possible. In the past, let's say 10 years, we were struck by the different natural disasters in Kočevje, not only flooding, but also storms, ice storms, and so on. So what we were thinking is that when we are building artificial intelligence and we are installing sensors all over the municipality, we can predict the flooding system, we can predict the storms, and we can predict the others disasters, natural disasters. So, but like I said, it's not only predicting them, but having the tools and plans in place that it's automated service. So when we get the data that storm is coming or the flood is coming in this area, we have to have automated system how to prevent that floods. So this was that you have to be flexible, and when I was speaking about action and reaction is that we have mechanism in place to prevent the natural disaster occurred. And of course, not create another disaster somewhere else. So we want to pride ourselves to become a smart traffic system. We also have a smart automated, some of them installed in our traffic system, but we want to have other technologies like not only because we are when we are planning for new roads or we are planning for some other stuff in the traffic, we are also predicting how much traffic will be there now with the smart sensors and counting system and everything else. We will not predict, but we will know, and we will base our decisions not only by predicting, but evidence we will be with the data shared we will get, so that will be like the evidence-based planning we want, because you know what they say about predictions. What we want with our technology and smart city will be also, and we don't talk enough about that, is we are talking a lot about how to create new energy, but there is less talk about how to save the energy we have. So this is really important that we are optimizing each and every resource we have and not spend it when there is no need to spend it. So all public institutions, houses and buildings will be optimized as maximum as we can to save energy. And this is our first goal. And then to create new energy is the second goal. So I think that will be, that's something we are really working now, and we are quite successful in that area. So for the conclusions, digital transformation, we want to integrate advanced digital technologies, not just to bring the quality of life and to change urban management, but we want to also engage our local community to be more locally active, and we are using digital tools for do that. The sustainability and green environment is really important for us. So we want to at least try to keep the nature as it is, if not improve it, and under no conditions make it worse than it is. So this is everything we do is based on that logic. And yes, of course, data-driven management, and not just, I'm not saying that it will be 100% data-driven, because you still have to use common sense in this world, but we want to be less predictive and more knowledgeable and have more resources which we are basing our decisions on. So in short, that's it. If you have any questions, I hope I can answer them. You are on mute, Sonia.
So yes, thank you. So thank you, Andrei, for the presentation and for sharing Kočevje's vision and future plans with us. So yes, as Andrei said, if maybe I'll share my screen back. So maybe if you have any questions, anybody can just jump in. If not, maybe just also to conclude, Startup Village Kočevje shows that even a small rural community can innovate by combining tradition with modern approaches. Our forests and fields gives us resources, but it is the cooperation between people, the farmers, the educators, the entrepreneurs, and the policymakers that then transform resources into new opportunities. I also would like to ask you, I will put now in the chat the link where you can fill out a short survey about our webinar. And also you can, if you have any questions, me and Andrei are here to answer them. If not, I would then say thank you everybody for joining us today. And if you have any questions, here are our contacts. You can reach us anytime and we will be happy to give you an answer.